Well, I'm painting. My painting skills are dreadful. I also drew some like French bulldog that looks like not a French bulldog, but mini Yoda. Mustard, mayo, ketchup. I think I'm going to go for ketchup because I don't like mayo or mustard. Harry Styles, Ed Sheeran, or Justin Bieber? I do love Harry Styles. I think I really love his music. Wing, thigh, or breast? I'm vegan, so I don't eat meat. So neither, none. Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Thor are all top choices for me. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't pick one on that. I didn't like Backroads or I Am Number 4. I'm going to get in trouble for answering these ones. I Am Number 4. Chandler, Ross, or Joey? I'm going to have to go with Ross because I love Madagascar. Catfish, Teen Mum, or Cribs? I'm going to go with Cribs. I grew up with MTV Cribs. The most memorable moment was the scene that I did with Juliette Lewis, which is the second scene that she's in the film. And we set up the take, and it's just one take that dollies in on both of us. And we finished this take, and I walked outside, and all the crew and the other people that working on production were all in tears. And I kind of was still not really back in reality. I was coming out of the scene, and I went and watched the take and realized that was all what we needed. And I showed Juliette the scene, and she was elated by what she saw. And it's very, very, very rare in a movie that you only do one take, that you don't even do a second take just for safety. And I'm very grateful that it turned out that way. It's like playing tennis with someone. When you're collaborating with someone, you're kind of in this safe zone, and she's such an icon, Julia, and being a first-time director and being in the film, you're exuding a lot of energy, and to have someone like her that is so full of life and love and support, to have her on the film, just like everyone else that was a part of the film, like Robert Patrick and Jennifer Morrison, and have these really beautiful actors that have so much experience behind them support you in this venture. I'm forever grateful to them. I really actually don't know how to answer this, but all I can say is the scenes are very rehearsed and mechanical, and I'm not running back and forth and looking at the monitor. I kind of do 3 or 4 takes and really trust that it's going in the right direction. And the people that I have on the movie, like my DP Jaron Blaschke, who was the DP on The Lighthouse that he got nominated for an Oscar last year for, and he did The Witch. And when you have a crew and cast that are so supportive, and you have so much trust and unity with everyone, those scenes are so out of body and so kind of mechanical that there's not really any sensuality to it. It's more helping the narrative of a story. Who knew MTV would be asking such hard questions? I actually took my mum to the premiere at Tribeca, and she sat next to me. There were a few moments of difficulty that I kind of was very embarrassed about. You know what's funny is originally Adrian Lyne, who co-wrote the script, who was originally going to direct, Nicola had actually cast or auditioned for the Misty role, the younger girl, and so had always had this script in the back of her mind. And for me, when I think in 2008, when Adrian was casting, I had also gone up for Harley. And so both of us had knowledge about the material. And so going in, she really had this beautiful take on what she thought Amber would be. And so there was really little influence from me. Everything that you see from her in performance and clothes and in choices, it's all her. She did a phenomenal job, and it was you know, a real, you know, new route in her career to take on a role like this. And so I'm so grateful for the experience that I had with her, and obviously I'm super happy with how the performance turned out. What's important in making any when you're a part of any creative endeavor is to raise the conscious mind about any matters that have serious, you know, connotations behind them. And so being really mindful in the way that you approach material like this, you know, bring awareness, was definitely something that was very heavy-hearted conversations prior to pre-production. Yeah, I hope it transpired in a way where audience members are more aware of what people go through in their lives, because it was definitely an experience for me as a director, and kind of uncovering this knowledge. It was very, very heavy. As you can tell, I'm not fluid in the way that I'm saying it, because you know it's hard to talk about what some of the experiences that I had come to me, and I had to choose very mindfully in the way that I transpired that through the film. Oh wow, you know what? I would love to do Back to the Future. I actually had like a thesis on this, where instead of going with McFly, you would go for a young Doc. And Doc wasn't actually the crazy man that he is in the film. He's like actually kind of a cool young like scientist, and he finds time travel in a different way as an earlier man, and didn't want to kind of revisit that, and he only revisits it as an older man, because through time travel and dimensional travel he's lost his mind, kind of like a Rick and Morty. And then Rick and Morty came out, and I was like, this is genius. I think I've hung up the thong, so unfortunately I don't think I somehow don't think I'll be returning to that world. Well, I'm painting. my painting skills are dreadful. I also drew some like French bulldog that looks like not a French bulldog, but mini Yoda. I've really just been spending it with loved ones, and kind of just being creative with I work with my brother. We have a production company called Dark Dreams Entertainment. And so we've just been figuring out other pieces of material we want to move forward with, and spending time with, spending time with my friends and family over Zoom, unfortunately, because we've been in different countries. But yeah, it's been nice. I think it's very sad, all the people that have been affected by this, and my heart goes out to that. But I think it's a really important time in the world, where hopefully the world can heal, and people will come out of this more mindful about how they interact with people, and also using this time to hopefully look within. Even my baby Yoda, which I thought would be a French bulldog, but it's not. There's a charity that my wife works with, and this will go on auction for people to donate and buy, and that money, or the proceeds of that money, will go to that home, which is really beautiful. I don't know why they asked me. I got delegated with painting this, so but this was me trying to do some kind of artwork. Hopefully, I think I'll probably end up donating the money and keeping it, because I don't think anyone's going to want that. I lie in bed at night and I look over and I see my wife looking at the funny videos, but I do not have TikTok. Instagram is enough for me. I mean, I'm not even great on that. I get a little OCD. I like look at the page and I'm like, oh, I don't like. So now it's more a promotion for my wife now. I only got pictures of her on, so she's happy.